Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Monster Train. I want to play a run and chat voted for it and I play what chat votes for all the time, no exceptions. I blame them for this run, whatever it ends up being. It's the Alt Umbra again. I've been wanting another Alt Umbra run because I do like the Alt Umbra. He's a cool guy. Who's not afraid of anything. Gem Trove, Razor Sharp, Making of a Morsel. Daze, at least it's not Knockback. Fell Rage, and Seraph the Patient. Lots of damage coming in here, which could be dangerous. Friendly units enter with Lifesteal 2. When you summon your second unit during a turn, gain 3 energy. These are both good. Lifesteal keeps units alive. We'll probably get the energy if we get morsels, so I am tempted to do that, but with the plinks, it might not happen immediately. We'll need other morsel generators like Making of a Morsel. So it is very tempting to take that. We could also take Lifesteal and then maybe get a little bit of status effect transference happening, but probably not that much. I'll take energy, I think. Morsels are good. And yeah, drawing morsels. I think that's pretty good. We could draw 10 cards at the start, but I mean, it actually wouldn't go that poorly with Hell's Banners, now that I think about it. Buffet 5, or add unit attack, health, and status effects to the Eater. Razor Sharp means that we can buff Primordium, and then Primordium will buff whatever eats it. And if we luck into the cards that buff health, we can just buff Primordium, who will then get eaten a lot. I think we go for the Primordium. Buffet triggers, and we try to buff him with Awoken cards. Non-boss enemy units get +4. With Forged Disciples, it's gonna be very hard to kill them. I still think you turn it on, and you accept that the Pyre's gonna take a little bit of damage. That guy's also gonna be kind of annoying. Probably more than kind of annoying. He's gonna be very annoying, but that's okay. Plus health or plus attack? You have a damage shield. And we've got a Making of a Morsel. Let's give you both. I mean, these are some pretty okay morsels to start with. They're not that bad. In fact, why don't we just do this? It does 0 damage, but whatever. Okay, we got the plinks, as expected. Another Making of a Morsel. We could play it. We can play it. We're gonna have energy. Energy is not a problem. Yeah, Train Steward plus Morsel. Now you're taking 6. Oh, baby. Well, Making of a Morsel, we can plink regardless, just to get more morsels. I guess why not, right? Why not get more morsels if you can? I will give you your damage shield. Give you a restore. We're not going to be able to prevent all of the damage coming in, unfortunately. It is what it is. I mean, we're not even going to be able to kill this enemy, and they're going to hit the pyre. So, you know, rip. Basically, rip us. You're gonna get hit twice and you're gonna explode. I mean, that's a lot of damage to take early. It is, but it's okay. Just have to accept that it's not gonna be perfect. You do 6 damage. You don't sweep, so we'll do that. Keeps you alive for 1 more turn. Should have played this differently because we had 4 energy. We could have definitely... Actually, no, you know what? We would have not had room to place all of the morsels, so never mind. Anyways, you're dead. That was not that bad at all. Except for the 16 damage that we took, but 17 damage even. What the heck? I think we do want more morsel generators. Damage shield is pretty good too, and we've got a lot of heavy damage attacks coming in. But we've got a gem trove. We do need morsel cards so that we can get Mask of Penumbra and Hell's banners. I think that might be more important, especially early. A Vine Grasp, we can kill an enemy, and then we need to start thinking about what we're actually going to take as far as units go. You take Animus. And that was easy. Job's done. Now the only question is, what the heck do you do with the Animus? Do you go for an Umbra unit, maybe try to make it Gorge Primordium? Buff it. Primordium can buff the Animus, but it getting a little bit of a kickstart would be nice. I mean, it's an Animus, right? The problem is we're not gonna have enough money to re-roll and still apply a upgrade to the Animus. So I think maybe we stall on this. We'll go for the Umbra banner unit instead. Gotta say, I don't really think I like either of these, but I guess Crucible Warden, it's another Gorger. I can accept for now. Remove Consume, not ideal. We should have definitely come here first, that's amazing. Capricious Reflection. And X cost cards getting +3 would have been really nice for the damage shield card, but that's okay. I will make a Plink better. Let's reduce the cost of Gem Trove, and I will spend the money re-rolling. I wish we could afford that, but I just want to make Gem Trove cheaper and easier to play. I think that's worth quite a lot. Okay. Enemies have armor 10. Look, I know. The Plinks are not going to do much. I accept it. We're pretty much just going to be relying on the Animus. I think we can rely on the Animus. Yep. But I think if we just buff our Animus, we should hopefully get enough power that we can clear entire waves, especially getting Morsel Miner and a Lifesteal. Oh, we can't get both? That's fine, we did it in the correct order. You getting Lifesteal is actually pretty good as well. I mean, we're gonna make it out of this just fine with no penalty, I think. You could use a heal. Let's start by, yeah, wiping a couple of enemies on the floor really helps out quite a lot. Let's buff the amount of damage we get significantly. Also buff you with another Morsel. You do 20 damage. Trigger 5 damage on death. That's dangerous. Oh, the Lifesteal Morsel got purged. Damn it. Well, can you just kill this guy then? We're gonna have enough damage to ice all of these enemies, so just purge you, granting spikes. That's actually a very good thing now that I think about it. Let's give you some damage shields. Keep your health up a little bit so that you can lifesteal. Well, hopefully we get a lifesteal one. Damage shield plus attack. You sweep. You have spikes. I will take a damage shield, because we're gonna kill you. You're not gonna live that long. I'm looking at this too, and I'm like, I don't think you're making it past my Gorger. He's not a lifesteal Gorger, but he has, well, I thought he had lifesteal. He doesn't have any lifesteal now that I look at it. That's okay. And our top floor is crushing it too. This Animus, all of a sudden, this one tiny little Animus doing 216 damage or something like that. It's pretty good. That's acceptable. Mind collapse. -1 energy. Packed morsels does not consume a mortal trade double stack. Now that is something. Ember Drain 4. Kind of like packed morsels. It's an energy refund and draw. For 1, that's a good deal. We can make it holdover and just get it every turn if we really want. Immortal Trade's good, but if we get morsels, we don't need it. Sting, Glimmer, Sharpen. 4 attack and spikes 4. I do like spikes in order to stop the multi-hitting enemies from hitting you, well, obviously multiple times. Could just put that on the Crucible Warden and then it maybe saves him some damage shield. If you can apply enough spikes that the enemies die as they hit you. So maybe. Husk Hermit with Quick? Yes, please. I mean, that's one hell of a get from Capricious Reflection. That's why you take it. That's amazing. And now I'm like, okay, what the heck do we want? Do we want to dupe something like a Gem Trove or Packed Morsels? Or go for a Relic? Kind of want a Relic. I don't think we really need to dupe right now. Removal would be nice, but a Relic, depending on what it is, could be very strong. 20th Morsel dealing 150 damage. We actually don't play that many morsels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 morsels per shuffle. We can get there, and it can help a lot. But also Split Anvil means that if you play Gem Trove, everything else is free. Shadow Box helps a lot later, so I'm taking Shadow Box. Rage, Lifesteal, or Endless Morsel Master. I'm afraid those are a skip. But we get Spike Drivers! Spike Drivers! And there's a Merchant of Steel next. I think you'd take the Spike Drivers, man. That's solid. They're units that can just, well, maybe you take automatic rail spikes. We've learned how good it is at killing enemies that you might have a hard time killing. We have no real direct damage spells. I think you go automatic rail spikes on this one. We have good units, we just need to make them survive. And now I'm really wishing we had taken X+3. Because we could have a lot of value out of that. Also, Plinks are good now. You getting 1 lifesteal is fine. I'm not gonna play it yet. I'm gonna upgrade it first. We have an upgrade coming up. It's gonna cut into your health gain, but I think I like it. To give you a lot of damage. Yeah, I do. Apply days 1. I think you'd keep the lifesteal morsel alive. Slay out a permanent copy? I can still hit you for 30. Now, I can't let you kill me. That's where the problem comes from if we let that happen. So we have to put up a damage shield in front of you. Unfortunately, that's the damage shield. You're killing 2 enemies. If I sharpen you, everything dies. We got lucky on that. Could take another damage shield. Can't help but feel like what I would love to see is just like more everything. More draw, more floor capacity. We've got these morsels, but we can't play them. I mean, we're not We're not drawing on this turn. You need more health. You need a lot more health. What I need is a tank for you. Unfortunately, I don't have one. And you sweep, so you're gonna kill my morsels if I play any. You're actually gonna kill my champion and my unit. That's not ideal. Okay. Here's the thing. A morsel and a gem trove keeps you alive. You're still only gaining 1 HP every turn. If I can just give you enough damage shield after Primordium dies though, we're in the money. I don't know if we'll get there, so we might have to let Crucible Warden here do a lot of damage for us. You're quick, so you don't need lifesteal. Let's give, You're toast? We're not toast because we have a good tank, and we can buff them up pretty nicely. We just have to give him all of the damage shield. I think we'll be fine. Primordium with 1 HP isn't a great gorge, to be honest. It is if you know, are gaining 13 damage every turn. That's pretty solid. Problem is we also need more health. What I like about this though is that we've already done half damage to the boss. They are very weak. You're gonna be fine. And we only need to live like 2 turns to actually kill you with our Animus. That's not a big deal. In fact, here's what I like. Take a damage shield. Take another 2 damage shields. And now literally we only have to survive 1 turn and you're dead. So we are A-okay. You're dead. You've died already. Animus didn't even have to do anything. I would love it if Primordium had more HP. We might want to consider Primordium as a gorge target for the Crucible Warden though, just to get flat stats every turn. Alternatively, if we take Cycle of Life, Primordium will give a lot more health to the Animus. I think that's what we want. Swapping health and attack is also very tempting because the Animus could get a lot of attack, swap it for health, and then keep scaling. I think I just want a Cycle of Life though. Dude, we got some pretty sick units here. An Endless Awoken Hollow, great tank. An Animus of speed, quickness with multi-strike. I mean, what are we gonna meld? We gotta think about that as well. We could put Crucible Warden in Animus, give him a little bit of a boost. Could also put the Awoken Hollow in the Animus, but that means that we don't have enough capacity for more morsels. I would love the Animus to be the thing that eats Primordium. Maybe we just want an endless tank, but I think we've got too many tanks. 2, but I think we still have too many tanks. Sorry for taking a minute here, but this is a very important decision. Do we want more attack? Or do we think we have enough attack with the Animus eating Primordium and getting the value of Cycle of Life every turn, Razor Sharp Edge, make it scale? Or do we think we need another tank, something to back up Crucible Warden and Husk Hermit? I think our tanks are fine, but I don't think we need more damage. Maybe we'll just pass? A quick Animus is nice, but it's not going to scale. So do we want an essence? Do we want quickness? Do we want rejuvenation? Do we want plus 10 health and stings? I kind of like our current setup. If anything, we could put Awoken Hollow in the Husk Hermit. I kind of like that idea. And we don't really need energy if we have Hell's Banners. Capacity would be nice to play more morsels for the Animus, but I'm going draw. I'm hoping we can get plus capacity upgrades as Umbra. And we do need to go to the Merchant of Steel. I also want to upgrade the automatic rail spike, but I feel like units would be first, right? Animus needs to get stronger. We gotta meld Awoken Hollow in the Husk Hermit so that it has more health and more damage. It can actually kill things. It's coming up next. Merchant of Magic on the left, but we're not gonna have a lot of money, but there's freebies here on the right. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the right. And this was a mistake. I should have definitely, I should have definitely looked at the Merchant of Steel. We actually did get what we wanted. I think we're gonna win. I know that's a lot right now to just say, but I think we're gonna win. Had status effects. We've done that before, but we don't have status effect enabling cards except for like regen, which is good, and damage shield, which is good, but we only have one. I'm just gonna make you last a long time. I'm gonna buff the Animus. I'm gonna buff our Husk Hermit's HP. I'm gonna give a little buff, I think, to the Crucible Warden. No, we're just gonna reroll. Large Stone. Large Stone Animus, man. That's real freaking good. Large Stone Husk Hermit would have been better. But a Large Stone Animus is also insanely great, and we're gonna be able to play it. Yeah, I do like it. Tons of health now. Don't have to worry about the HP as much. I could just give you HP. But you starting stronger and larger, I'm not against it. Especially considering what we're about to do to you. Take a drink. Intrinsic. We don't need anything really to be intrinsic. Packed morsels, holdover would be better. -1. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in these upgrades because they are not spell upgrades that fit automatic rail spikes, things like piercing. Yeah, I think these are fine. You know what we could have done? Spikes is a status effect that would transfer from Primordium to the Animus, but I think we're okay. Multi-strike, that's a lot of damage coming in to us, but we've got a Husk Hermit. I guess we're gonna have to do the Awoken Hollow Husk Hermit thing later. I think we're gonna turn it on because I think we can do it, but it's gonna be a little bit tight. This is a lot of damage coming in. Still, it's a really good bottom floor. You're not quite dead, but we can kill you. Not this turn, but maybe later. You've got to get real strong real fast. You're gonna incant, but for damage shield, I think it's worth it. And we're already out of morsel capacity, huh? It didn't take too long, did it? 7, 7, 15, you're taking 15 damage, you're only taking 5. I think we accept it. I will I think I'm not even gonna play the morsels. I'd like to have morsel room. Might have to just wait for the top floor to kill everything, which would suck. Oh, the Awoken Hollow's endless. He's coming back, baby. Sorry, I forgot though. I definitely forgot though. Which means that the spikes are gonna kill the backliner. Wow, you're dying? $30, $14, $44. If I sharpen you, you do live. If I sharpen you, it doesn't kill you. So we'll sharpen you, then give you the morsel. Which will cause draw. We gotta get rid of these train stewards, man. We're gonna take capacity after this. We need more morsel space. That much is clear. Can I kill you if I play Cycle of Life? We're currently doing... Oh, we have 4 attacks. Okay, so we're currently doing 72 times 244. It'll kill you. We'll still kill you. We can't play the Awoken Hollow if we do this, but maybe it's worth it. If I Vine Grasp you, you do die. You do die. I think we're just going all in on this floor, really. We're just gonna try to sustain on the final boss wave. I think it sucks, but I think we can do it. I am like, I guess we just toss out some train stewards to die. It's not like we have any other units. I don't have anything else that can kill you. I hate to do it, we might just have to remove that one rail spike, but it will get upgraded later. I think that was necessary though. Okay. Gain a lot more damage. I'll have one good train steward. Guess take the damage shield. Wow! Nothing's making it past the Animus, though. We have many more turns of Primordium. Okay, we've got 3 more turns of Primordium, which means it's gonna die as soon as these enemies get there. That sucks, but it is okay. You have multi-strike not because of the trial, but because that's just who you are. Luckily, your friends are dead. You're gonna get real strong up here though, but I think you're still dead. I really want to play this. We can. I think you just play it. We have... You think we can get Shadowbox? I think there's not enough room for Shadowbox, but... It would be nice. 104 HP, you're gonna have even more. I think we'll be fine. 13 regen, huh? That's a lot of regen. We don't even have room for 2 morsels to get draw. So I think, I mean, we could raise our sharper morsel and then play 1, but that's not playing 2. And there's not enough room for the Awoken Hollow. I think we're just gonna take more damage, because I think that's the only thing that matters. Hey, look, he's only healing 1 more damage than we dealt. And I think you're gonna die. Yeah, you're freaking dead. Which is good, because I didn't have any other backup plan, except Big Animus. Jack Strips is fine. Void Binding, Prism Retrieval, Gem Trove. I don't think we need a second one. It is getting already upgraded, though. I think we do want it, actually. We're adding a lot of cards right now. I understand. But we're adding good cards that are upgraded, pre-upgraded, which I think is very important. We have no money, I'm realizing. Magic power by 20 and add Purge, reduce cost to 0. What happens with Purge automatic rail spike? If it gets a kill, will it get another copy added? That's funny. I mean, we gotta dump a train steward, I think. Can you please give me some more money? Because I don't have money right now. Thank you, thank you. I'm just buffing up the 1 rail spike, I think. And then we do need to sacrifice a unit. There's a lot happening and there's a lot more to do, you know? Our units are upgraded. We have 115 pack shards already. We're not even on the second boss. And the multi-strike Harpy is so bad. But Mark of the Invasion is the easiest one to deal with, so I'm okay with that. Oh my god, we just have the worst bosses. Well, damage shield does prevent the damage here. Husk Hermit can kill units that make it up before they hit the top floor. And 1 lifesteal morsel here I think is fine. You're quick. You're gonna kill a lot of these units that move up. I think we plink. We're gonna play you. We're gonna play Primordium. If Primordium lives. Primordium doesn't live. Maybe we just play it down here with the Crucible Ward and get him very strong? No. With the multi-strike, damage shield is not that good, I don't think. I think we'll just put Primordium up here and have him sit. So, you'll die. You'll sit. We're gonna take 8 pyre damage, which is not ideal. It's fine. Take a lifesteal. Then I think you just want damage. Yeah, I'm not worried at all about... Oh, Jackstrips killed them as they moved up. I completely forgot about that. Animus, get strong, real fast. And take a gem trove. You don't need lifesteal. You are taking... You're gonna lose all of your damage shield, that's not a problem. You don't need lifesteal. Morsels that attack will hit the spikes and die. That's the unfortunate part about the bottom. So I will... Might as well just play him. It sucks, but what else are you gonna do? I guess a better morsel would be nice. And you know what? Sharpen does kill the marksman, but a Sharpen here buffs the Animus. We're not getting any more energy. This is the energy that we have. Okay, in that case. We're gonna buff our damage. And I'm gonna play a morsel that will not die. I will play this one here. This one can just die. Should have put it in front, it would have blocked the damage shield. Chug says Colorado is not supposed to be this hot. What the heck? Kind of warm there, huh? No! Well, it's permafrosted, that's fine. Has been hot. So this is the bad rail spike. I don't really want this. Certainly don't want to duplicate it, so I think I'll just put down a train steward. Although if we play it... No, I don't think you do it. I think you sit on it. I think you wait. I think you wait. I'm gonna buff your damage a little bit. Orc says hopefully Foco's not on fire. No fires, please. I don't have the room to play enough units to get the energy back, but this has plus magic power on it. We can still kill an enemy. So, give you more health. Beautiful. Now you're gaining an additional 11 health per turn. I would love to kill. Ooh, there's a lot of damage moving up. Let's start here. Wish we could have played a train steward, but there's no room for two of them, unfortunately. Okay, very good. We're gonna have enough rail spikes. We're gonna get the upgrade. Gem trove. No one here has spikes, so a morsel works pretty well on you. You're quick, so a lifesteal does work, legitimately. You, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. Just give you some damage shields, I guess. I guess if we give you enough HP, maybe you can survive, and then ice you. Are we 7 times 8? That's a little ick. Well, 7 times 8. Holy heck, that is 56 damage per turn. Now we do 400, and it's gonna get even higher. So I think we've got you, but this is gonna be a little silly. And the marksmen are gonna die when they move up. No reason to worry about them. We could duplicate a rail spike. I think we buff our damage. 1, 2, 3. 4. I can't keep you alive. Not even worth trying. Might have gotten a plink. How many of these do we have? 3 good ones, 1 not good one. I don't think we need another one. The problem with the champion is that he burns out, or he buffets out, basically right when you get here, which means we're not getting a ton of value out of him. Very unfortunate. Now I can only play Gem Trove or Cycle of Life. I think Cycle of Life. Do we want the spikes? Spikes 3. It's 24 damage every time you attack. I think I'd rather just have 10 health every turn. I mean, I think we have you. We're doing enough damage to kill you in 2 rounds. So, we're good. We're gonna take capacity, because we need it. You're hitting for 200 every turn, which means that the Animus is doing their job. Damage shield 4, rage 12, ember drain 3. Somewhere in this run there was a build for Primordium with status effects being transferred. Could have done it. Could have done it. I do look at Feast as well, and I'm like, more morsel capacity, but we can... If we take capacity, we can play more morsels. We'll be fine. It will trigger feeding on the champion into the Animus as well, but do we care? I don't know. I mean, holdover would be really nice to keep gorging that champion as quickly as possible, but we really do want the champion to wait out there a long time to get buffed with Razor Sharp and Cycle of Life first. Then get gorged a whole bunch. Restore 1 health, gain 1 energy, draw 1 next turn, hold over. Restore 1 health, gain 1 energy, draw 1 next turn, hold over. It's free once you draw it, so sure. If we make this cost 0, then it is actually free energy too. Okay. So they're better and they consume. We've got 1 garbage one in the deck, whatever. The rest of them are piercing. Well, 3 of them are piercing. Merchant of Magic or trinkets with removal. Removal does seem pretty good. Spells really do need to get upgraded, like pretty heftily. And we have money finally to do so. -2. On a Cycle of Life, I do like it. On a Gem Trove, though, also pretty interesting. I could make the other Rail Spike Magic Power piercing. Are we really gonna go for the high Pax Shards? We could. We could. Double stack. Spikes up, not shield up. Gem Trove 4 cost, sharpen 8 spikes. I don't think we want double stack. Do we want free energy or do we want... I mean, this turns Engraft into a boss relic that is gain 1 energy once you draw this card. For the rest of the fight, per turn. That's pretty good. Healing for 10 every turn is also nice. How much energy do we have? I mean, if we get Hell's Banners going, we have enough energy. If we don't get it going, we don't have enough energy. Imagine that. I'll make it a heal. It's a free heal every turn. -1. Put it on Gem Trove. I was thinking about Holdover. I do like it on Packed Morsels. It's gonna get us to Shadowbox super quickly. Magic Power. We finally gonna upgrade a Plink. We wanna remove the Plinks, let's be honest. Vine Grasp could help get a kill. I guess Cycle of Life could be better, although making this Holdover is also good, but I think we'll just upgrade it to make it cheaper. And I think I will spend on the Train Steward removal. Our deck is so thick. Oh yeah, I should have put this on something. Oh, I'm silly. Whatever, we'll just make the other automatic Rail Spike piercing, and then we have 25 Pack Shards. We can get there. If we really want, we can get there. Rage Fell sucks. Heavy multi-strike, but we do a lot of damage with the Animus. If we can keep the Animus alive, that's a lot of damage to Fell. You do 12 damage, it's not that much. It's not that much. We got the Engraft too very early, which is real nice. So we can pretty much play everything. You know, this is kind of what I wanted. We can play you on the bottom. I'd like the Sweeper on the bottom, but you have more capacity for gorging on the bottom. But the enemies are going to punch through your damage shield. So, yeah, we'll play you up here. This gives us energy now. We're getting the health cycle going very early, which I love. that top statue was gonna die super quickly, you're not a problem. Okay. House Kermit needs to come out. Look at that. Things are dying. We need a morsel. Now Engraft is a free play. Sharpen does give us even more damage. Could put it down here to maybe ice these enemies. If I put it here, you die, you know? Why not? I think that's acceptable. And for everything else, I'm like, just hit the boss with whatever spells you can. Hope you get lucky, / see what you get. As for this, we don't need to kill the enemies with the spell because they're all dying. I'm not worried about them at all. We cannot play 2 units, so we'll start if no one's dying. Start with that Engraft. We're gonna buff the damage of our champion pretty heavily. And you know, Train Steward can function as a bit of a tank here, temporarily. Doesn't leave us very much room for morsels, does it? It does get you out of my deck, though. You know what? That gets you out of my deck, too. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, really, we just need a morsel of some sort. I need you to survive a sweep. You have 1 damage shield. There we go. We need a lifesteal on you so you get back up to full health. Ah, but you have sweep. Okay, well, we can give you a lifesteal. You'll have full health next turn. You do 4 damage. No morsel will survive the floor. So I guess we'll just do this. Bit unfortunate. Can't kill you. That's also a bit unfortunate. We could stop the statue. It's not a bad idea, I think. I know I can stop you with this. That's worth it. Then we get 2 gorges. And I just played it for the hell of it. Those Rail Spike cards, I get the feeling that they're best used, finally, for just taking care of early problems while you build up your units, because now the units can handle everything. You have a 10 damage sweep. Okay, well the morsels will not live. We're gonna get energy by playing 1 more card. We've already gotten draw. So now we just kind of play our hand. I'd love for you to have even more damage. I mean, you're gaining health every turn. You have 1 lifesteal. You know what? Take some health. I played 1 heal, and I think your health increased from +10 to +30 or something. Disp says, you guys chat making me hungry, which is a really strange feeling when you have a nervous stomach. Hey, Abe's here talking about morsels nonstop. Mmm, delicious, delicious morsels. I love me some tasty morsels. How about you? Yeah, blame me about talking about morsels. Morsels. You're gonna sweep, but I can keep them alive. Imagine that. You know what? Don't sweep me next turn, you jerk. Instead, we'll hold over this. Yeah, this is fine. We still have enough energy. We'll hold over that one next turn. Give you more damage. Now they're gonna get gorged. Oh my god, the only thing we have here is a lifesteal. Our deck is gonna get super thick, which is fine. A thick deck. Thick with morsels, delicious morsels. And this boss is still scary because they have 4 attacks. But we do hit for 500 damage, almost 800 damage per turn, so we only need to live for 2 turns. That's pretty good. Still worth it. Damage shield, lifesteal. Healing for 39 is perfect. And we get some of the good morsels out too. I can't wait to get more capacity. Real question is, what the hell are we gonna do on the final fight? We can't really play the Animus and the Primordium on the top floor unless we have a lot of damage shields, which we don't really have a lot of. We have some damage shields. Thank you, Morsel Blitz. By the way, how much damage do you do? Almost 80. That's why you're a problem. That's why you're annoying. That's why you suck. You hit like a freaking truck. Anyways, you're taking 200 damage just from my sweeper. I don't really expect too much from this floor, though. Although I can play more morsels now. You gotta. When you get the good morsels. I mean, that's 1,200 damage per turn on the top floor. You hit for 72 and then die. Can we do that on Divinity? I don't know. Draw X -1 and apply -1 to those cards. Draw a unit and apply 20/20. Hold over, create copies of morsels. I do love this. Hold over Shroud Mitosis is insane. All we need now is a holdover damage shield enabler, and we got it. Normally I don't go this heavy into morsel generation. So like a gem trove, I'm thinking if we can keep Primordium going every turn. I mean, depending on how much sweep damage it is, Cycle of Life plus a heal every turn might do it. It's risky though. Good. Could use one. We only have 1 unit upgrade. We don't need unit upgrades. It's free removal, but Concealed Caverns could do that. We also get a Hell Vent to dupe something. I might just dupe a Gem Trove, honestly. I could also just dupe an Animus and just have it out. Like, we can have Animus with a Husk Hermit on the same floor. It's not a bad idea. Just to help weaken enemies. We won't be able to apply morsels to the floor, which means we'd only have 1, 2, 3, 4 places for morsels at any one time. It's not amazing. I think we should go all in on the Animus. The question is, the other floors don't really have... Like, the Primordium doesn't really... You know what? Primordium can go in Crucible Warden. We could double Animus on the same floor. Primordium, Crucible Warden, we get the stats every turn on a tank. They scale by 6 every round. We can still give them razor sharp edges. They'd be able to 2 Animuses on the top floor would work. It would work. This is very tempting. conscription notice. A card with consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. We have a lot of consume cards. Well, really, we've got these. This is something. But a temporary free unit that we can just put out there to die, I think I'm happy. Got a lot of money. I'm taking the stalwart snack. I think we can buff it enough. And I think I am gonna buff, and by buff I mean dupe, an animus. Anonymous. 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 Although that means we have 4 banner units, it's gonna take a while before we get everything out. But I'm kind of planning for Divinity having 2 of those on 1 floor. How much damage is this? This is, well, it's 72 damage, roughly 80, roughly 160. Every turn that goes up by, what, 48? After like 4 turns, we do over 200 damage, but if enemy units make it to the pyre and they've got full health, oh, that's gonna be rough. The problem is there's too many tanks on this fight that make it a little bit difficult to kill them. But we've got rail spikes. It's tempting because I think we could do it. But all of the enemies are gonna be buffed, so I don't think we do it. Like, there's gonna be some seriously tanky enemies here. Fortunately, we can still kill them all on the bottom. And not take too much damage. You know, I actually think we play Primordium down here. Just to buff this guy. We can play Morsels. We can play Morsels on the floor with our champion. And by champion, I mean on the floor with our... tank dude. Oh, I forget his name right now. You know the one I'm talking about, though. Tank dude. Gorge Man. Crucible Warden, that's his name. I knew I would remember one of these days. Yeah, the tanks are gonna buff, are gonna protect the Gilded Wings too much, I think. Although we do have a piercing card. The 100 HP tanks and the 300 HP Gilded Wings, I think might be a little bit too much. But, I mean, let's find out. Could work. You never know. Let's give you a lifesteal. There's no spikes. If we can do 300 damage on the top floor, we could have taken the trial easily. Well, next turn, we'd have to do 300 damage. Currently, we're doing 120 plus 100, 220. It's possible. It's still possible. It's still possible. Who gets the more cells? Probably you. You're gonna die to the sweep. You're gonna die to the sweep. Well, I guess in that case, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's buff. Why are you healing too? Oh, you've got... Yo, I didn't even think about it. Cultivation means that it'll grow the stats on Primordium so that when it gorges, it'll get gorged more. That would have been a really interesting synergy. Animus of Will with the Cultivation trigger so that it gets even stronger and gets more stats transferred. I mean, I can just restore to get more stats out there. I can do the same thing here. Now you're gaining more stats by giving you more stats. Okay, that's very interesting. I've done that before, but I completely forgot about it in this situation. And with the engraft, that's one heal every round, basically. So how much are we doing? We're doing 240. We would have had a little bit more damage from No, we wouldn't have had Primordium. I think we would not have been able to kill him. I think we would have been screwed. So in hindsight, I think I am glad I did not do it. I'd like this next turn. And then let's give you more damage shields. All right, look, the deck's getting thick with morsels. But I guess we do want to play the morsels sometime. All right, more damage. You might as well take Cycle of Life for more health as well. Heal, give you the cycle, give you a morsel. There's Blitz. Great sound. Now no one's taking any damage. A 30-30 that's getting eaten every turn right now. Yeah, we want Primordium on this guy. This is too good of a combination. I'm also gonna give you Infinity Lifesteal. You buffed the morsel, that's the problem. Your damn regen buffs morsels before they get eaten. You're killing the boss. Imagine that. Have more. Have more. More what? Ah, more everything. Have more. Have more. Yeah, it buffs the health of the morsels before it buffs your Primordium. RIP. I hate to say it, but this is exactly what I want. I want engine upgrade too, but Crucible Extension holdover is very good. Gotta say, Ensnare, also pretty good. Root one enemy on a boss, permafrosted. It's great. We do not need to duplicate, we want spell upgrades. Vine Grasp every turn is nice, but we've got the Sweeper. I think we'll be fine. Those are pretty bad. Those are pretty bad, man. We're already at 155 as well. Now we could intrinsic something that does holdover and make it fantastic. What would we want to do there? I don't know. I don't know. Start by getting rid of the planks. Like Crucible Extension, having it early is real nice. We can make one big floor. I don't think we need Crucible Warden. Husk Hermit is our tank. We might want to get rid of this guy. What are we gonna do on the middle floor then? Nothing, but... maybe we'll keep him just so we can gorge. Sorry, I didn't look at this, did I? Oh, I did. 2 morsels every turn. Pretty good. At that point, though, I think we've got too much morsel generation, but an intrinsic holdover Crucible Extension would allow us to actually play them. I think I want this intrinsic. I really do. We need the capacity. Spell chain, shroud mitosis. That's a lot of energy for what is something that we do not need. All right, let's make a couple of things cheaper. Shroud mitosis, that's an easy one. Permafrost, maybe we might just want to remove. Let's get rid of these planks. Was there a trinket I wanted? You know what, I'll take it. If we're gonna have capacity starting the run, starting the fight, we're gonna need more morsels to play. There you go, we'll do it. 165, good lord. You know, maybe we do want the damage shield minion for this fight at the very least, because this is gonna suck. You know what we could do? We could play Animus is on the top floor. We could also put the sweeper here with Primordium. We want the sweeper to kill the Shade Wings. It only needs 5 more damage to do so. I can kill you with a spell on this turn. Trample's not that big of a problem. Crucible Warden. We can give him 1 damage shield by playing him here. But if Seraph moves here and then spawns another Lightwing, we would need a body blocker in front of you to keep you alive. 2, I think. So, and we're not even gonna get draw. No, but we're gonna get morsels, which will give us draw and energy. So, we actually have a lot going for us on this turn. Okay, I think we'll start here. It's not bad, actually. Kind of like the idea of just putting him up here just to maybe tank the melee weakness hit. Oh, that gave us the energy. You still gotta do it. It was a mistake to play the units, because now we're not gonna get energy if we play a morsel. Well, you know what? I think you still do it. All right, melee weakness middle floor sucks, but with our damage shield, it's not gonna kill us. We're also not... Oh, the Kermit's not gonna be able to kill him. It's not gonna die, at least. Because we're gonna kill one of these units. I think you definitely play down here. We need the Husk Hermit to get out there. I think I'm misplaying this to a degree. Probably a large degree. You need to play you. Need to play you. I think we do play capacity. Now you live. I can give you another damage shield. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. Now you're quick and you're going to be able to kill these units before I even have to deal with them myself. Love it. We're going to be playing spells. Here's one. Lifesteal. Lifesteal works best on you. I don't really care if you die. You are sucking up the melee weakness though, so if I can keep you alive with 1 morsel, I will. I will. That's an easy call. You get all of the lifesteal, so I don't have to worry about you for quite a while. Oh, I can't play Crucible Extension. I'm a fool. I should have definitely played that. That's too many morsels, man. You know, that's fine. We have enough capacity, and we've got mitosis, so we can play a lot more than you think we can. We're living. You love it. I really do need a morsel. We're not getting one. Because it means I can't hold this over. Damn it. Duplicate the champion. So... let's have you do more damage. Well. At least now we can ensure that we're getting the morsels on the next turn by not killing enemies on this turn, right? Right? You having more damage shield is really nice. I'm noticing we're not buffing the animuses as much as I would like. But with damage shields, he's not going to be able to punch through. So I also like that. I also like buffing this guy, because with his damage shields, you're not punching through. I don't really want to kill an enemy. Because I want to make sure I get a morsel next turn. So instead, I'm going to play some morsels. And we're going to buff probably you. If you die, I don't care. That's why I'm not putting any effort into you. You're just, you're who cares. Sorry, rip. I should have healed him first, right, because he's buffing himself. We're gonna try to play the Primordium with him on Divinity, because that would just give us so much more value. We're not getting the value of the Rejuvenate Cultivation, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. Waves remaining 2. It's not bad that you're dying, but I want to save as many damage shields as possible. We have packed morsels holdover, so we can plank and get some kills. That's not a problem. By the way, what's up? He's dying in one hit due to the 3 times combat damage. Damage shield, getting hit for 22, healing for 6. Or getting hit for 33, healing for 6. A morsel in front doesn't stop anything, so we probably just put a morsel in back, maybe a lifesteal if we can get one. We'll get energy off of this. Yeah. Oh! Hell yeah, that does it. That keeps Horned Warrior alive. Okay. There you go. Perfect. This is why I love taking Morsel Blitz. More often than not, somehow it saves me. Well, not like we were gonna be in trouble, but now we're not in trouble at all. 59 damage. 59 damage. You're dead. You buffed him. I gotta start healing. Well, I don't want to heal at the beginning of the turn because I might need that energy. Son of a gun. Whatever, give me the gem trove. As much life steal as possible. And you know what? I was gonna say if we can get damage shield, duplicating the damage shield here would be real nice. Too many morsels, too many morsels. Keep buffing, keep buffing. I forgot to play in graft. Not like we need the healing, but it would have been smart. I really thought we had a lifesteal morsel on you. That was a mistake on my part. We're living for 2 turns though, so if we get one, we can still play it. Just gotta be a little bit careful. Didn't get it. Damage shield is real good. How does that not keep you alive? You hit for 70, we're hitting twice. Hit. Oh, you're taking the damage shield, the Gilded Wing. So if I play Shroud Mitosis, you don't take the damage shield. But if I play it up here, I think this is a little bit more value. Because I could just put a couple of morsels in front to tank. Yeah, now you're dying, and we're hitting you one more time. Perfect. Don't play the restore down there, it doesn't matter. Learn that mistake the hard way. Why is the champion's hitting spikes and dying? Well, that sucks. Should have given the champion a little bit more health then. It's fine. They only had like 2 more in them anyways before they were dead. And you're taking 2,000 damage from a unit that is good, but not critical. I think this might even just do it right here. $3,045. Gem Trove doesn't do it, but it comes super close. Instead, I'll just play a couple of morsels up here. We're not getting another morsel blitz, unfortunately. If the champion had lived, I think we could have done it on this floor. What a great sound. All right, end turn. So in hindsight, I'm very glad I took the damage shield unit. We needed it for the divinity, or the Seraph fight. 100 armor, boo! That's not the fun one. Admittedly, sometimes the book is really hard to play because you don't have capacity for any of those units, but it is still the more fun option. All right, well, we're gonna ×2 on the middle. We're gonna burn through the damage shields, but I still think you do it. No, you know what? I think you play Crucible Warden and you try to get him killed. Because we need the sweeper, don't we? The sweeper needs Primordium. We could do it here. We can apply enough damage shield to protect you. 14 damage. That's a lot for the Animuses to deal with, but with Gem Troves, keeping them going with random restores with the heal card, we might be okay. They're just there to like clean up, I think. This is not the best draw. You get a damage shield on Slay. I mean, if I play Crucible Extension, it should work. How much damage are you taking? You're taking... You're not dying, so it's just gonna be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 30, 50, 54? 53? 54. Taking 54. Which means Primordium's gonna die due to the overkill damage. We really need... We need the morsels to give us something. That's not it. That is not it at all. Wow, what? Just bad draw. That's all I can say. Okay. 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 Because I can't even kill this front unit. Good lord. I can keep the Crucible Warden alive. You know what? Razor Sharp Vine Grasp kills you, saves 20 damage. Yeah, 13, 13. And then... I didn't see that line. Crucible Warden's not gonna matter. I don't care if he dies. I think we played Primordium on the middle. And I know I was just talking about keeping this guy, or getting this guy killed on this turn, and I might still do that. I want the morsels next turn. But if I do it, we can keep Crucible Warden alive for a turn. It's not great, but... I really want Primordium here. So... 6, 6, 6. Oh, can easily keep him alive, just depends on what we draw on the floor. Alternatively, we could have played on the bottom, and... No, it's gonna take too many capacity upgrades to play Animuses with our units. Yeah, way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn, 8. Actually, we could have done it immediately. That I like. That I really like. But you still gotta play the Crucible Warden down here to stop the damage. How would that look? That would look like... You could just play Morsels in front, I guess. It would give them damage shields, but it would block the shots. Crucible Warden comes down. He'll die next turn. Primordium would be in the back. You could have an Animus... Well, he'd die on this turn. No. He would die on the next turn. There wouldn't be room. Not for all of your units. One Animus is going to go up on the second floor in that case. Not the top floor with the sweep. Then you can have more Gorge opportunity. I mean, I guess we've already made our bed. Let's lie in it. It's a sweep Husk Hermit. Hey. Well, you know, I forgot about that, but now that we have that, that's actually pretty good. I'm just gonna give you the buffs. Let's be honest. That's not bad at all. We should have played on the second floor. Well, no, I was trying to play on the bottom floor there. Like, we can play the Animuses here. Both of them fit. Primordium is dying. Really don't want you to die? I don't even know if there's a way to stop that. 7 and 16 with Trample. You kill Primordium. I can't kill the Clip Reflector. Unless I put a unit in front to tank. This would have to hit you twice. It's not gonna happen. If I play a Morsel, like, you know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get a Morsel, and Primordium's gonna die to the spikes if they attack and they're attacking. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, well, the other idea is this. You get a morsel. You can play the morsel. Play it in front. Now we're dying to spikes. You get your sweep, which now you can't even play because there's no capacity for it because you effed it up. We can play 2 Animuses. That's not good enough though, and you are not doing anything. So I think this is one of those runs where it's like I just made a mistake in playing the floors because the Crucible Warden, I can't kill him in order to spawn the units I need to spawn. There's no way we're making it past this though. Like looking at what's happening now, yeah, we're gonna, well, like how are we gonna heal this much damage that we're taking every turn and do enough damage? We need the sweeper. That's his whole reason for existing. We should have just played on the middle floor, bide us some time. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the fight. That's okay. I've made a fundamental mistake in just playing the floor here. We gotta play on the middle because we didn't draw the units that we wanted to draw early. But if we play on the middle, Crucible Warden and Primordium can go here, and with 2 Crucible extensions, I can play the sweep here. So, I mean, we built this plan from the very beginning, right? Let's stick with it. And not mess it up too much. It's funny that we got a different unit. Not that I need him anyways, but we can't play him either, which is very funny. This is totally acceptable. Even if we got the sweeper, we could still play him here as like a backup on the draw. The draw is what is killing me here, though. That draw. It's making it very difficult for me play what I want when I've got to worry about the draw. We're not killing anyone on this turn, so we might as well do this. Right. Well, on the bright side, you're gonna live there for a turn. Oh, but that ruins... Right, that was a mistake, because that ruins the placement of the Animuses that you might pick up. Oh look, we got both Animuses. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah, mistakes upon mistakes here. And you have to use automatic rail spikes to get a kill in order to get the energy to draw. We'll get 3 energy. I mean, we know what happens due to the fact that we've seen it before. Right, that was a mistake. Don't play the morsel there, because if you draw it, you gotta play it. But then you could play the Husk Hermit here. So you screwed it up, the Horned Warrior. Okay, one more time. Because these are all mistakes that I shouldn't be making. One more try, one more try. Because I know exactly what I have to do, I'm not doing it. Don't mess up with the plan. You have a plan, you've built your entire run around the plan. Don't screw it up. Now we have capacity to play our sweep unit if we draw it. We want it on the same floor with Primordium. We're gonna kill you just to block some of the damage that's coming up. We're gonna give you stats. We're not gonna play the Horned Warrior, honestly, at all. Just don't play him. I don't know why I feel like I have to play him. He's not like a train steward. Not that that would actually matter at all. Play your Animuses. play this. Play the rail spikes. Now, just in case you draw your sweeper, play the morsel. Oh. Right, you can't play the animuses first. The thing is, I would love it if this game had just an undo function. Like, sometimes order matters, and yeah, when you're drawing a random card, you might get a little bit of knowledge there. I'd still like it. Play this, play this, play this. You play on this floor. You don't care about the morsels. Right. When you play a morsel you draw, you'll also gain 3 energy. This consumes all of your energy, so we don't want to play a morsel until after we play automatic rail spikes. So we can play one animus, just not the second one. Then you can play a crucible extension. Then you can use your energy to play automatic rail spikes. Then you can play a morsel and you just have to dump it because you still have capacity to play the units that you want to play. And then depending on what you draw, you can play the Husk Hermit, which we're gonna play. And the Animus can come up here now, finally. That was way too much effort. Lob says, I think this is funny, I don't really understand what the mistakes are, I'm just here to see how it looks working out. I would also like it to work out. But the mistakes are really, there's 3 things that I have to do in order to win this fight, because I've planned my whole run around it. One is getting the Husk Hermit out with the Primordium on the same floor. The other is getting the Animuses out on the 2nd or 3rd floor. So if I draw a random card, I have to ensure that if I happen to draw something that is insanely important, it doesn't ruin the whole run. And that's what the mistakes were. The mistakes were drawing a random card, it's important not being able to play it, but that's due to a mistake on my part. There's no reason why I shouldn't have been able to play it. Hopefully we can keep you alive as well. How much damage is coming in? We gotta think about this now. 5? You still got the freaking spikes, the Primordium is still gonna die, but whatever. 5, 7, 10, 15, plus 25, 37 damage is coming in, I think. And you don't have any lifesteal, that sucks. But we're gonna get a morsel back. So, you give spikes. You die to the sweep. I don't need to kill you. I'll kill you instead. Kill you? We're quick. We're gonna take 10 damage off of that. Get rid of the spikes. We didn't get a lifesteal morsel. But also, it's not like we're gonna be able to keep this guy alive anyways. We just gotta play a morsel to tank a shot, right? Well. Oh, you're all getting armor, huh? That's not good. You're living. You're living. You're living. Now again, this was incorrect, but at least it will work fine, I hope. Do you play the Ensnare? Don't think you play the Ensnare. Because we should have healed the Husk Hermit so that it buffed the health of Primordium instead of buffing the health on the morsel 3 times. That was a huge mistake. Imagine that. What? A mistake? No, impossible. You're dying. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. We're gonna take quite a bit off, but you're still getting hit hard. And you're dying. This is, it's going badly. I actually don't know if there is a way out. We're gonna get morsels. They can block 11 damage, but we're still taking 20, 30, 43 damage. Actually, if we do it like this, it keeps you alive then. No, we're taking... Oh, you're not even dying because you have so much armor. Oh, the pyre's gonna get obliterated. And I gotta keep you alive too. Ugh. Oh man. Man. I hate when you fight Divinity and you don't get what you want in the first couple of turns. You get things in the wrong order. We haven't even gotten to our holdover stuff yet. So if we play 2... Might as well. We get energy back. I can't keep the Animus alive. They're dying to the spikes. Will another damage shield do it? It'll block 7, it'll block 14, it's blocking 21. We're gonna take 12. It does keep the Animus alive. Can I keep you alive? How much damage are you taking? 20. That's a lot, but a morsel blocks it. So 22, 32 plus 24, 50 something odd damage. That doesn't keep you alive. Gem Trove doesn't do it either, though. Well, we have a backup Crucible Warden, but I really wanted the sweep to stay alive. We go Gem Trove top floor. We can't keep our unit alive. Unless Crucible Extension, Lifesteal, Gem Trove. So we might have to go all in on the top floor. I can kill you. And I think I have to. But we're dead next turn, man. The morsel's gonna die to the spikes. God damn it. I hate that. Oh. Gem Trove doesn't keep the morsel alive, so we're not even gonna get a lifesteal trigger. Well. At least it does keep you alive. I mean... You got a lot of health there. Kinda hate that. Lifesteal damage shield. 11, 10, 20, 30, 40. Can't keep you alive, so we'll just give you a damage shield. Just fill the screen with morsels. If I can play 6 more, we get Morsel Blitz, which is not enough, but it would be funny. If this counts, that would be great. I don't know if it does. I don't know how to keep you alive, Animus. You know, a Morsel Shroud Spike would technically do it. We're not drawing damage shield, so you put a morsel just to kind of have it eat shots. Yeah, that doesn't... It did count! It's still not enough, but it is very funny. Because you're all still living. You're gaining 90 armor. You're not going to kill the pyre at the very least. Can give you a little bit of health. Maybe try to stall until I get a lifesteal trigger out there. You just take the morsels. We could purge this. Probably want capacity there, probably want health there. I could give you more health, but you've got damage shields. And you can gorge. These guys can't really gorge. I mean, surprisingly, we're still in this, but I don't think we're in it for long. This guy has 400 HP still. We're not doing 400 damage. But we're doing more if we can kill you. Or rather, keep you alive. You know, Still alive. I don't know how, but you're still alive. Handful. That was a mistake. Basically, the motto of this run. Ooh, that was a mistake. Should not have done that. This floor is gonna be a doozy. We'll kill you. So you don't multi-strike. Take 28. You're gonna have 13 HP. There was an option earlier in this run to take an immortal trade. Should have taken that. Should have taken that. I can save 20 damage by playing one morsel, but we're not gonna gorge. Okay. This gives us energy. We need a morsel. We can play this. I know it's a good morsel to be kind of throwing out there, but it is important. We're not going to get energy off of this. We should play either Sharpen or Restore or Razor Sharp. Kind of like the Restore, but we have a sweep coming up. No, we have Spikes. Spikes 2. We're not going to die on Spikes 2, so I could give my Crucible Warden more damage. Could give you more damage. You know, 23 with 14. That's 6. It doesn't change the number of turns you live. You grant multi-strike. It might be worth killing you, since you're stealthed. Not even room for any more morsels, unfortunately. That's okay. All right, it's rough. It's very rough. We got a lot of damage shield, though. And hey, we've got one Horned Warrior. Don't forget about him. He's on the case. You know what I would love? Damage shield so I can keep you guys alive. Has to be non-attacking morsels here. Man, I'm looking at it. I'm like, we ain't doing much. We ain't doing much. It's still technically possible, though. Not by much. 50 damage from Horned Warrior is not that good. Man, they couldn't have given us the book, huh? The book would have been real nice right now. I guess you would have blocked 2 hits up here, and then you would have died. That would have been nice. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I don't know what else to do. I want to find the line. Because in all of these fights where it's close, usually there's a line, something that you can do that can keep you alive. $14 damage, but we're gonna take a lot of Spikes damage. I really thought we would have a better chance at keeping the Animuses going, but we just haven't drawn the gem troves when we had morsels to put up here. So that's another situation where we've chosen poorly. However, for this situation, can still block a lot. You're hitting for 7, you're hitting for... You have 75 armor, you're hitting for 20 every round. We're dead on this turn. Unfortunately. Yep. The Animuses are living, surprisingly, but that's about it. We're not gonna crush this Wilt Wing, unfortunately. I wish I could pull him forward. Maybe we should have bought the relic that was add a Vine Grasp every turn. As expected, it all hinges on the sweeper that we had. We have to find a way to make that sweeper live start scaling off of Primordium, and go from there. But we don't draw it quickly enough, so we have to find a way to keep Primordium alive while also having the capacity to play him and be able to keep him alive. Interesting. It's very interesting. Maybe I'm an idiot and you can just have him behind the Crucible Warden and he's still sweeping. And then he's also healing and buffing Primordium. That would probably work. And by probably, I mean that would almost certainly definitely work. Regardless, we've lost, so F it. One more into the breach? No, I think I'll just take the L on this one. Maybe I'll try to figure out the puzzle, but unfortunately that's a loss. I couldn't leave it at just that. I want to try again on this final divinity fight. It's been a little while since I failed last time, so I don't quite remember what the turn order is, but that's okay, because I understand what I need to do and what needs to be accomplished for us to succeed. What we need is, we need Primordium to be gorged by the Sweeper. If that doesn't happen, we're probably gonna die. So, what gives us the best chance at actually making that happen? And can we keep Primordium alive? And can we avoid Primordium dying to a spike unit, which I remember being something to consider? We need to buff Primordium. If we play Crucible Extension, and then Crucible Extension, 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically there's room for Primordium, and Crucible Warden, and the Sweeper. We tried that though, didn't we? But I think I tried with the Sweeper in front. We could just let the Crucible Warden be in front and keep the Sweeper back for sweeping purposes. Is that correct? I think that's correct. We gotta play you for the draw, and then we gotta kill you, and we could have played you here actually. So you know what? I think it might matter. Could also put you in front just to tank a shot. We don't need to worry about the draw here, because even if we draw our Sweeper, we can play him in the middle even with a morsel there. So there's no reason to play the morsel in the top floor, throwing it away. And every morsel I feel like is gonna matter here, because there's still enough room. Crucible Extension means you can play it, but we didn't draw it, that's fine. So instead, kill you. We've already drawn. Now, picking up an Animus there is awesome, but I feel like getting a random unit constantly and just hoping for one that actually solves your problem might be a little bit cheesy, and it doesn't even solve the problem, because it's still gonna die. So, we'll take the Crucible Warden, give you a whole bunch of damage shields. I'm just gonna accept that you're toast, and you're toast, and we should play this so that we get closer to the shadow box. It's possible we could have kept the unit alive, but we don't want that space occupied. We want that space for something else, don't we? In this situation, it's this. You have to throw it away. Now, Crucible Warden can be the tank for the Husk Hermit. Husk Hermit doesn't need Primordium. Primordium can buff the Crucible Warden with its stats. I don't think it matters, because next turn, unless we draw health or regen, the spikes will just kill it anyways. So I think what you do is maybe just play the Husk Hermit here in the back, which might keep him alive a little bit longer, and then we'll try the Animuses up here. They do still do a good job of slowing things down. Maybe not to the extent we would like, but that's okay. It's a lot of energy to spend on the every turn Crucible Extension. I think it is still worth it. Yeah, one restore keeps Primordium alive. That's not a problem at all. Crucible Warden is dying, but I guess that's kind of something that we accept, isn't it? We're quick, we can kill you. Automatic rail spikes. Can we kill you? Yes. This is still fine. Actually is. As you do this, get rid of the spikes. You play 2 morsels. Oh, it's gonna give him so much armor, but I feel like you have to. You get engraft, that's pretty good. You probably start healing the animuses immediately. You accept that the Crucible Warden's dying, I think. However, now Primordium is also living. Could Ensnare buy us time to work on this guy later on? Because he's just gonna give him armor again anyways. Could also just keep one of these guys down here so that we actually have these floors split apart. And we draw one next turn, so you know what? I'm gonna keep you locked down for a second. If Crucible Extension, it can be played. It can be played. And you know what? We could have saved a morsel and played it on the middle floor. There's no reason to play both morsels down here. You need them for the draw, but if you have the Crucible Extension, you can play the Crucible Extension here and play a morsel. But it does cost you energy, but we can get that energy back. Okay, so that's an optimization we can perform. Can't believe that's where I'm at trying to get this run working. Optimization. Sometimes it's gotta be done though. How much does this do? It does enough. Killing the Spike Boy is nice. Killing you have 85 HP. Could work. Kind of like just weakening these enemies, since we have the energy. You can tank a hit. We kind of need this. You know, some runs, you get lots of lifesteal morsels. Some runs, you don't get any, do you? There's a lifesteal morsel. I think you do need it. If we had gotten that lifesteal morsel and could make the Animus eat it, that would have been nice, but that's not happening. Regardless, we're getting even more morsels by killing you, or you. You have spikes 1, which is not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal at all. I'd rather you just not explode and do damage later. And then we just do that. So we're not playing Crucible Extension now, but that might be fine. We still have 100 armor. It's gonna take enemies a while to punch through. And we have lots of heavy units making it up, unfortunately. Everything here is fine. We gotta keep you alive. We do have Shroud Mitosis packed morsels now, though, which is really nice for keeping our Animus alive. You lost your damage shield to the spikes, didn't you? Damn it. You know what? Take the pyre damage. We got bigger fish to fry. You could get a lot of health. Really, though, you're healing enough. I'm happy. We're gonna get morsels. We can put tanks in front of you. You gotta live. You're living. Now, we could play morsels up here, but they're just gonna be stronger. Pyre does 40 damage, maybe like 22 per turn. You're almost gonna be dead. I think the Pyre is gonna be fine here. A life steal morsel will live if I play it in the back. So we can give you a lot of lifesteal. And that's Morsel Blitz. Oh my lord. That's Very, very good. Again, this might be one of those situations where we need to play things in a different order to actually get the restores to trigger on Primordium. But honestly, I'm like, in this situation, why not just play them up here? We need the health up here anyways. And now I think, okay, I'm just gonna put a morsel to eat a shot. That's why you take Shadow Box. Okay. Having the energy to play all 3 of these cards every turn, I think is gonna get us out of this mess, because we need it. We need Packed Morsels, we need Shroud of Mitosis, we need Engraft, and we need Primordium to be alive, so the Husk Hermit keeps getting stats every turn, even if it's a slow buildup. And you still need Engraft to stay alive. Do you? Yes, absolutely. We're gonna be able to play this. And then you just need lifesteal. The more lifesteal you have, the better. I wish I could put lifesteal on these guys, but I guess that's just not what they're here for. More lifesteal also means that we're buffing Primordium every time we lifesteal, which is kind of nice, actually. So let's do it. Do it! And then, with that knowledge, here's what I'm gonna do. Garbage Morsel. If I freeze you, you're not gonna hit the pyre. I think I should do that. We need one more Garbage Morsel. We get energy. You take that energy. You play the Restore, which buffs Primordium. You can play a Lifesteal Morsel. You can play Making of a Morsel as well. And we could buff Making of a Morsel to put more stats on Husk Hermit. Honestly, that seems pretty good. But Lifesteal probably is better. What's worth more? 5 more lifesteal or just more stats? Actually, more stats. Changed my mind. And it didn't even take that long. You get the Sharpen. Multi-strike unit dies. If we can't safely dispose of morsels, we shouldn't. Just let them go. And now that top floor looks a little bit scary. It really isn't, because we can very easily just put morsel damage shields in front, and we can actually make them gorge with Gem Trove. In fact, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what's 20, 12, 12, and 14? 20 and 12 is 32, 44, 58. If you take out the 20, we can get lifesteal on the Animus, believe it or not. If we get a lifesteal morsel from Packed Morsels. Yeah, we're gonna play you in front, dupe you, and Gem Trove. We're gonna get the energy back, it's totally fine. We're gonna get draw, totally fine. Doing it like this, and we should play a morsel down here too. And no! We could have restored and buffed Primordium again! Damn it! What a fool! Well, we're gorging twice and healing, so we will have health on the Animuses now. We're getting out of this bucket of syrup, aren't we? Aren't we? We are. We aren't. Magma Morsel will not die, because we're doing so much damage. No more floor capacity, so just play him. You're getting armor, but I can kill you. So I'm gonna buff the health of the morsels with the regen, and then the regen also buffs the morsels before they get gorged, which is very unfortunate. But we could have played that differently. We could have played it better. And now we can engraft in the back. It's a lot of damage. I know you're not dying yet, but that is a lot of damage. So we can get lifesteal pretty easily. We could get more lifesteal up here. I don't think we need more lifesteal up there. We could get making of a morsels up here though, with Shroud Mitosis Gem Trove. And I do like that. It's just a stat play, really. This gives us energy, and that's totally fine. We do want a Gem Trove. The stat gain from this, I think, is going to be very critical for dealing with this enemy, who I'm just going to hit once. Get capacity, get lifesteal, get lifesteal, get lifesteal. We need this next turn, we need this every turn. I'm gonna play it. Even though it adds a lot of garbage morsels to the deck, I think it is worthwhile. We can just dump a whole bunch of these too. I think we've found the line, and it was actually something that I was thinking about, which was actually playing Husk Hermit behind the Crucible Ward. I placed it in front originally, thinking that we would actually get the scaling from Primordium. In the end, we didn't actually need that at all. And that was the misplay. So give me a... I mean, we can take even more lifesteal down here. It's not a bad idea. You are gonna die before we attack, so we're not even gonna get swept. So there's one. We do need to play... That's the draw. So we're not getting any more draw. So we can really plan our move. We will get energy. We'll get enough. This would block 3 damage. I mean, we should play a morsel to block damage. We're not going to be able to, like... We have to damage shield the morsels before they can actually get gorged down here, so that's not going to happen. I think I will buff you, just so you only hit the pyre once. And then with 3 energy, we don't have to play Cycle of Life. I'll have more morsel capacity instead. On the off chance we actually can play morsels over here. And it's looking more and more like we're gonna be totally fine. This is not the end. Yeah, and he's dead. This is what I wanted out of the run. The problem was finding the line that would ensure that the Husk Hermit and the Primordium were scaling together and that the Animuses were able to survive. Now, I'm not entirely certain why we were able to get Shroud Mitosis and Packed Morsels and Engraft correct on this play through the fight. But I guess when we drew Engraft, we had some energy that we were able to play it and get the holdover triggering so we could actually start using it. But I think I remember that happening before. So I guess maybe we just had morsels that we were able to play for some reason. some combination, you know, it allowed this to happen. What was that combination? Man, I don't freaking know. It worked though. Let's just give you more stats. I mean, you're not killing me, we're killing you. I gotta watch this video back, the recording of this version of the fight. I need to watch it back to be like, how did that work? What changed? Some combination of draw made this possible. And I knew it was possible. I knew it was possible because the units that we have are more than capable of handling this boss fight, especially this combination of buffing Primordium and then having it get eaten by the sweeper. The problem was just making it actually happen. I'm wondering if I go back to main menu. Okay. I kind of wanted to do the fight one more time, but, you know, it is what it is. So ultimately, what made it so that this run-through of the fight worked? And I think it really was playing the sweeper behind the Crucible Warden, because the Crucible Warden was not important for the fight. He was very important for Seraph, not that important for this fight, but the Crucible Warden tanking some damage early, keeping health on the sweeper, gave us a little bit more room to play around with. We could actually have the energy to give him a restore, which buffed the health of Primordium, which kept Primordium alive when Primordium was attacking the spike tank up front. Having the Crucible Warden die meant we had more capacity for morsels to play, so we could give more lifesteal to the sweeper or just keep him alive longer. By keeping the sweeper alive, we reduced the amount of damage being dealt on the top floor, which kept our animuses alive. All of that, I think, combined made it possible for this to actually be a winning run. But I think it all basically hinged on, well, it hinged on a couple of things. One, playing correctly. And if there's a chance that by playing a morsel, you'll draw an important unit, you have to plan for that. That worst case scenario, or best case scenario if you want to draw it. But you can't play a morsel, only leave 2 capacity, and then draw a 3 capacity unit. Can't do it. You have to plan for that. So even without knowing what our draw was going to be, there are mistakes that I made the first few times through the fight. But really, ultimately, planning for that sweeper to be a little bit more survivable meant that we could focus our attention elsewhere. We could keep the animuses alive with the engraft. We could play our restores to buff Primordium, which would buff the sweeper, and by the time the sweeper was doing 100 damage, that's softening the enemies up enough that we're killing all the weak enemies. The animuses can do the job. And we got the shadow box at the right turn, which is the large 200 HP enemies that give armor to their friends. And we got a little bit lucky getting Lifesteal Morsel plus the Shroud Mitosis plus the Gem Trove ability on the right turn. We did draw those kind of poorly the first time through the deck, but yeah, all of it together, playing well, playing smart, trying to plan for what's gonna happen. You know what? I don't play as much Monster Train as I need to really plan out my future turns that well. You know, like I didn't know that, or I didn't remember that there was going to be a spike tank up front, and you have to keep that in mind, because a buff 12 Primordium champion with 3 HP is going to die on that spike hit. You got to be careful with that. I think you can also get Ember Drain sweepers in that fight. I don't quite remember if you can. I think you can. But anyways, it all came together at the end. I knew that there was a win in here somewhere. I just had to find it, and we found it. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.